Good evening, Final Fantasy Randomizer fans and RPG Limit Break. On tonight's broadcast, we have Game 1 in a best-of-3 series for all marbles here in the FFR Summer 2022 Co-op Tournament. Tonight, we have the Crescent Lake Party Planners facing off against the currently undefeated team FFR Not Tactics. FFR NT consists of Chanagan, a fan favorite, who is no stranger to high-level tournament play, but is seeking his first win in a major event, and Luffy DV, my co-op partner from last year and co-champion of the 2021 Summer Co-op Tournament. On the left side, we have Crescent Lake Party Planners, with two legends who are no strangers to co-op finals, this being their fourth final appearance in 4 years. Spellzap and Danny are both longtime veterans of FFR who wear many hats. Could this be the year they add another crown to their wardrobe? Just so you know who you're hearing and who's keeping track of what, my name is Shumbabi. We have Soft Numb doing tracking, Lord Fizzlebeef doing restream for RPG Limit Break. And now finally, with the opportunity to speak, I feel privileged to have him here, folks. My co-host is champion of multiple individual tournaments and compiler of even more events, the one, the only Dead Pulse. How are you doing tonight, sir?
Oh, I'm doing great. It's a great day for the Man After Midnight over here. I am excited for these finals. This is going to be a hoot and a half.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. I mean, this is both very high-level playing teams, and hopefully we'll see some shenanigans tonight with the five loose and a lot of miscommunications for us to talk about.
Five loose. I tell you, this is going to be a nightmare to track, but it's probably going to be more of a nightmare to play. I can only imagine what kind of stress after playing for, what are we on, the fifth week of this tournament, making the way to the finals, and now we're on game one. The stress has to be high.
Yeah, and this is really big as far as momentum goes into the rest of the weekend, right? Like, the first game in a best of three, you want this win because you need to not have the adrenaline pumping all day tomorrow. But we'll see who gets that luxury.
I'm sure other people are normal, and after a race, they're able to sleep. So
I don't think so. I really, once you're at this level, I don't think so. I don't even think our viewers are going to be able to sleep.
Co-op finals, Shumbabi. It's not like everything is on the line in this game.
Do you see we already have 77 viewers in here? This is exciting times.
Live on RPG Limit Break, Game 1, Co-op Finals, FFR. Let's get riled up here. I want to see some noise from the crowd. I want to let's do some engaging things. We only got another minute before this starts. I've been sitting in the basement drinking coffee for hours.
All right, and they're off. Temple of Fiends in Corneria Castle. How nice.
What convenient.
And a Quake Stick. That's gonna definitely help get them started here. Oh, Fade also gonna help get started.
Yeah, I hear Dengwu from whatever corridors he's sitting at going, yeah, I could do this.
So I'm real curious to see if Danny considers taking a white mage for that life. Because I know that she very much doesn't like white mages. But upon seeing it, maybe she'll change her mind.
Well, nobody's perfect.
I feel like you and I are really one of a handful of people who appreciate the white mage.
Yeah, white mage, always great, especially with some kind of buffs. Just no reason not to take one.
All right, first Garland goes down with Fade. Quake missing, unfortunately. So both players on FFR NT are going to be able to talk to Sarah if one of them should bump into her. I mean, at the castle.
I do enjoy that spell zap, but a couple of caps, +5 caps, pretty nice.
Yeah, there's a lot of hidden dangers on a floor and entrance shuffle. So any little bit of defense is going to go a long way. Oh, and we have Corneria Castle right away as well.
Barely randomized Final Fantasy.
So what was that? The canal and the chime? Going to open up a lot of stuff real quick.
Oh, yeah.
I've definitely seen Chanagan make the mistake of not recognizing Northern Docks is available for that chime, so hopefully this time they can get out there and make that check a little earlier.
Yeah, Chanigan going over quickly to Dwarf Cave, which turns out to be Provoca. This is something you want to see early.
Right, so in contrast to last year's tournament, we have towns are at surface level now. So checking entrances is going to be much more viable of a strategy than doing deep dives into dungeons, especially if you want these early towns. So Provoca being at this point, I mean, you're pretty much set for the rest of the game here. You don't need to find any of the other towns, but of course you'll welcome something like Elfland.
Yeah, I really would like an exit, a warp. Something like that. It would just make me feel like the flow of the game is going better.
I believe we did see warp at 1.
Well, I want both.
Okay, well,
Why would you? Why settle for 1 when you could have 2 for twice the price, Shumabi?
that's true. I don't like to settle. I like to just fill out my spellbook.
Oh,
Right,
Channing
so we
finding cloth +5 armor. Nice.
I knew you were going to call it out. I tried to beat you to the punch here.
Ha ha. Like I said, been drinking coffee for hours, getting amped up for this race.
And you're questioning if people are going to go to sleep. All right, we've got Fast at level 2. We've got Ice 3. We've got Wall. We've got everything we need for Topher right now, I think.
Yeah, you just you put on a couple of levels here, and we're good to go. Now the scaling is a little less than last year, if I'm correct.
Bosses aren't hitting quite as hard, but the experience gain is still... It's reasonable enough that I don't think any of our runners have felt really lacking by the time they get to Topher.
Ooh, Chanigan finding the first floor of Mirage Tower. That is that's rich with treasure chests. I'll bet he's gonna find something here.
And it is spicy with the encounters as well. So Matoya also leading to Agama Floor, another treasure-rich location. Ooh, this is screaming Take a Fighter. And with that free tail, I mean, that armor will become invaluable very quickly. What do we have going on? Most of the same checks going around. Trying to dig out those looses, because we only really have 2 incentive locations here. We have Ice Cave and Ordeals, and then the standard fetch quests. But there is our first loose, the Oxyel.
That's not the loose I want to find, but it's the loose we're gonna get. Pickles and beer. Yes, we did find a dragon armor +4. Danny just found an ice armor +4, as well as a max gold chest.
And Provoca leads to Elfland. This is quite nutty. They're going to have all their spells set up. Chanigan now moving down through the hallway into Matoya's cave.
Oh, life 2 in the 3rd slot of the 3rd level. This is, if this wasn't a fighter seed, I don't know what is, Shumabi.
Well, we don't have an incentive good sword, right? I think we have the Vorpal. Is that correct?
So we don't have any incentive sword. Okay.
Yeah, we might as well throw that away. So we're going to need to find something for that fighter to wield. But otherwise, they're going to be quite the meat shield. And I missed where Chanigan just found the floater loop. Was that in Marsh?
Yes, I believe so.
Oh, and actually found the floater? Sorry for the confusion there. And behind Agamas, we have mermaids.
I'm waiting with bated breath. I have a good feeling about this chest that Danny's going right up to.
Gold. Oh, monster to box. Sure, there's a shard.
Oh, look at that delicious fight.
That's great to take if you have spells that can take them all down. I'm not convinced that this party is going to be, enjoying themselves too. Oh, there's the fade. Gray sharks are deceptive, man. But that will definitely get her caught up to speed, right? Like, you're looking for typically around 1 level per minute. So being level 12 at 7 minutes, you're feeling pretty good, I think.
The flame shield +4. Okay. Okay, game. Settle down. When are we going to get to the negatives?
Right? This is being a little friendly. Oop, and there's our adamant. One of our loose.
So what? That's our second loose that we have seen.
That is correct. Vorpal +9. Yeah, I suppose if we allowed the Vorpal to roll to +9 here, I would say Vorpal might be an item.
Oh, a ship. Danny just found a second loose.
I don't know what a ship is doing that far under the sea, but has to do something about it.
I blame the mermaids. Always scheming.
That's why we carbonate them. So, Chanigan making his way downtown. Luffy checked in an empty treasure chest just because. Why not? It's like the Hooray Dwarf of the Agama floor.
Smells that finds the mass immune.
This is kind of big.
So I didn't see Chanigan pick up this box. We'll see if he does here, because it's the box down all by his lonesome. I don't think he
can't imagine he's going to skip it, because you have to look for the loose here.
Oh, I'll skip that box every day.
With 5 loose, I'm not convinced you do.
Come on, Shubabi, live a little.
You know what? I'm going to watch your SGL. I'm going to watch you skip that box.
I, for one, am shocked.
About what? That he found it?
Pick that box up.
He has some skills, I'll give him that. I can't imagine that our other 2 runners aren't going to make their way immediately over there.
So, I mean, we have our weapon. We pretty much have our endgame armor. With that dragon shield, with the dragon armor. And even if we didn't use that, we have the ice armor and the ice shield. We have life 2 learnable by the night. We just got to find fast, and I think we're good to go.
We have fast. I think we need to find temper, actually.
That's the one.
More negligible. But I think we have the chance where they're not going to find enough ribbons, and so maybe all that extra armor does come into play, and you'll want to find an Aegis shield too, just so that we can get that white mage kind of on lock. That white mage has a ton of health. What is going on Chanigan's side? Level 16 with 400 health.
They build white mages differently in these seeds.
And pro rings +5, golds +3. This is quite a friendly finals game.
No, the other shoe's gonna drop. I feel it.
So where did we have the waterfall? That was one of those elf castle or elf town things. Giving us the rod. Quite nice. That will help us get through a floor, not necessarily get to Lich, although they are hunting probably at this point for a fiend. They're hoping to find one to get that 4th party member.
Yeah, so now's a good time as any to talk about this. So nuns gain XP is on. Everyone has to start with a nun, but you have characters that you can pick up after fiends. So, Shubabi, what are you looking for here? What character rounds this out for you?
Early on, I honestly wouldn't mind finding another white caster for Fade, knowing that it's there. But definitely, ultimately, I'm looking for a thief here. I want a thief to act as an evasion tank up front and get me running from more encounters than not. Your thoughts?
That was a really good answer. I also like the Thief here because we do have a Katana +5. That's just a great weapon to have on a Thief. Up front, it'll provide you a good secondary damage, even unfasted. Besides that, I could also argue taking another Black Mage. Just for when we find Temper, just to power up that fighter a little bit. I don't know, the only one I wouldn't take would be the Black Belt, and that's not going to show up anyways.
Right. Have we seen Temper yet?
I don't believe so, but then again, I've been in awe watching what's going on. We had Spell Zap wipe out a waterfall. Chanigan's getting the business from these ogres and creeps.
Not exactly the encounter you worry about on most days. I can't tell if our teams haven't quite figured out the encounter table yet, or if they just haven't had a chance to stock up on camping gear. Because they have a lot of money.
Almost too much money. They should spend it
too much.
Goods and services.
Which are heavily reduced in price, somehow. Who rolled this seat? What is going on here?
House is 560 gold?
Like cheaper than Monopoly.
So Spell Zap's going to greater than less than. I got a decent feeling about this too. I think we're going to find our third loose pretty quick.
Luffy DV giving him the high five. Blue Dragon coming out of that box.
Ambushed by Blue D's? I might have just run. Tried to get a non-ambush.
We got life on that white caster. We can probably... I was going to say nuke and fade it out.
About to be punched in the face.
Yeah, so interestingly enough, and I didn't realize this until about halfway through the tournament, the trapped chests are only drawing encounters from the actual zone that they're in, which is atypical behavior for many people who have played with trapped chests on.
That would be both weird and... what's the opposite of weird? Normal?
I don't know that those are mutually exclusive. I'm weirdly normal sometimes, I think. I hope.
That was just a stunning endorsement of yourself.
Hey, I'm married. Who am I trying to impress? Alright, so we have TFC on Luffy's side. I missed where he was to find that. But obviously unable to check that without a key. But does find Lich behind it.
Yeah, I believe that this is Elfland Castle that him and Spellzap are both in.
Behind Mirage.
Yes.
Very good. So they're both going to get the news of what party member that they can draft. Oh, or not. Spellzap stepping back, recognizing that there's a chest to take.
Could have skipped it.
Didn't know at the time. And I believe a Waterfloor chest cost him last year's finals, actually. So I think that might be sitting on his head. You know what? Let's just dig this out. So we have a red mage behind Lich here, which goes along with what I was saying before. Let's just pick up any caster. Now, let's say we pick up this red mage, right? And we buy Fade, we buy Nuke, we buy Life. I think was red learnable also. Oh no, red Life wasn't. Life was slot 2.
No, Life 2 was slot 3.
Oh, fair enough. So let's say we have this caster now. Do you, after buying all those spells for this caster, replace it with a Thief if we find one later?
No. I do not. But then again, that might not be the right call. It's going to be a different playstyle either way, and I do have to mention Chanigan did find a ribbon just a little bit ago. So that's huge. But my philosophy on this is you could probably, even if you can't get Temper, that nuke is going to be a constant source of damage, and if you're going to be in the level 30 or so, you're probably going to have 8 charges. That's a lot of nuke, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, but even on the scaling, right? So let's say you have 8 charges of nuke that on average roll about, 300? I'll give you 300. Like, 2,400 damage doesn't even take out a decent Tia at that point. So, even
but you
spread
don't
out
need
over
it to take out a decent Tia. You just need it to do enough damage so that you get rid of, 1 or 2 turns of buff.
Still feels uncomfortable. They might have to do it, but it feels uncomfortable to me to have to nuke at this scaling. I don't disagree that it's a strategy that's probably viable and is why you win way more often than I do. But it's not one that I think runners are comfortable with.
I'm sorry. I want the best strategy, and then Deadpauls. Well, I have a strategy.
Double down, right? All right, Chanigan, what are you going to find with Titans? Nothing, because it's not incentivized. Sorry, those were 4 chests.
4 chests we can't get back.
My poor tracker, I told him I'd be helping him out with the mapping this out, and I'm just sort of like watching the game and not not at all adjusting these. So sorry if we have to recall locations here.
Well, I mean, you're probably a lot like me with this. I'm really in awe. We are seeing not a lot of real deviation. We're seeing like a standard, we're going to clear stuff out, we're going to move in a very methodical pattern, and we're fanning out to do it. So it's probably why both of them are in the finals that we're getting here. We're not seeing a, out there strategy of, I'm going to go as far away as possible, hoping that my opponent doesn't go here. So here's I'm kind of in awe of them.
Yeah, here's the problem that we're about to bump into, because I have yet to see any dungeon go deeper than 4 layers at this point. We are going to see like Marsh split into C split into cube lock into rod lock. Like it's going to be, there's going to be at least one super deep dungeon, and if one runner winds up in that dungeon and it doesn't have a crucial item to finish the game, and the other runners skip that, that's where we can see a real big divergence in the time.
Oh, you worry too much.
I am just planning for contingencies, sir.
I didn't know it was already Agama fact time.
You got some Agama facts to drop on us?
Oh no, I just read someone how many Agamas it taken to screw a light bulb. I have no idea.
I really want to try to come up with this, but I know it's going to get spoiled in chat before I do. I have nothing for you. While trying to watch this at the same time, I got nothing for you. Loose canoe.
So that is a very delicious find, if I do say so myself. That was over in the Crescent Lake on Earth number
4.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, it's flipped, isn't it?
Yeah.
It doesn't even register to me that these are flipped. I'm so used to it. And I really enjoy flipping dungeons around. It adds one little extra element. The one that gets me at the moment is the shuffled staircase locations. So sometimes when you flip which one you walk into, because Mad Martin, I think, actually moved some of those stairs. So then you wind up in the middle of Earth and you're like, I have no idea where I am. like there's not even a hint to where you are until you walk 3 rooms deep.
Oh, we have Kraken. Oh my.
Chanigan getting duped by that flipped room.
Listen, when you play so often and you don't play with flip dungeons, and then this gets thrown at you, sometimes you just, your brain stops. It really does.
I honestly can't walk through mermaids the normal way anymore. I don't have any concept of it. SGL also isn't forcing us down there, so I very rarely see it.
So the one and only Spells app heading up to Onrak, finding it just straight Tiamat. Noping out, but very good information. And this, I'm starting to come over to your side here. That was straight Tiamat. We've already found Kraken. We've already found Lich. Like, is Carrie going to be behind, several splits and dungeon?
Or better yet, is Carrie going to be surface level and the loot is going to be buried 13 floors deep?
No. You see Chanigan missed with the Masamune on his fighter. We are now just starting to panic. 878 damage? That doubled his health. Oh, Fade not doing great things. Nuke.
Oh, there you go with that 115 nuke.
Oh,
we're going to use that in Topher.
210, 396.
396. All right, we'll use that one. Yeah, you're not
Spells that turning in the adamant to get the floater. Chanigan resetting out.
Yeah, nobody really wants to go to Onrak Continent.
Oh my goodness.
That's going to be huge, though.
And look at that, Danny already there, just going, hey, I'm getting this floater.
Not quite, right? Danny hasn't found the canoe yet, but they know that they have to have access to it at this point. Danny will find it here. So fortunately, they don't have too long to wait. Unless she just nopes out of Earth 4 and she's like, screw it, there's not enough chests here to warrant me checking.
Happens to me all the time.
More than 3 seconds, I'm out of here.
No, I modified 3.5 now.
Oh, it goes through my head every time I race against you. I'm going, Deadpool's is spending no more than 3 seconds. Do I need to check this? Alright, so Danny gets the canoe. Interestingly enough, doesn't take the floater. I know that there is something to be said about going deeper into the dungeon, but I think I just marked this off, grab the floater, and check surface level locations for towns and fiends at this point.
I don't know. I like completing things. I don't want to be put in a situation where I go, oh yeah, I found the canoe in this place. I must have cleaned it out. Then again, I skip chests like crazy. And
I think, given this particular flag set, you would not. But
you're going to be in for a surprise, my friend.
Good times. Is that why I'm not seeing you in co-op this year? You're like, there's too many chests. I don't need this. Not about this life.
Nobody wanted to partner with me.
That cannot be true.
Oh my, no, like last year, if you remember, I have a family vacation, like right in the middle of it, weeks. So
yeah, that got me this year.
I didn't want to deal with trying to schedule around that. But Spells app, first in the air, about 25 minutes and what was that, 14 seconds? We're gonna see if he goes on just a entrance checking spree. You know, like there's some Kmart blue light special going on.
Is Kmart even still around? We got those?
Well, the more you say it.
Oh, this is huge, though. Finding Bahamut also. And not deep. So, floater is pretty much instant promotion.
Well, Danny throwing out some heat with the nukes. That fighter, Gundam Lord Fizzlebeef, hitting for 210. That's the biggest hit that we've seen out of like 6 different rounds. Casting hold is perfect. Now we have 2 nukes going off. Oh, a quad X. Erased, terminated.
How cheeky. Alright, so we should have Chanigan finding that Bahamut also. So I guess we didn't need the floater for that. I missed the entrance that this was actually in. Choosing to clear out Biter. I think that maybe he'll do left side and then step down.
It's probably the case. Let's try to get a shard count here. I think that was 8 shards on FFR, not tactics. So next time we go to a menu, let's take a look at Crescent Lake Party Planners.
So unfortunately, shards aren't shared, right? So given, we'll need to keep track of each runner, I think.
No, you get 1. That's all I signed on for.
All right, who are you zoning in on?
I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna do all of them, just only one at a time. Because that makes sense to me.
Go for it. I am not gonna stop you. What will stop us is being able to read these menus.
The worst hairpin in history. 14,000 gold. It could be 1,000,000 gold and it still wouldn't be worth it.
And you have to check them. You know the one time you don't, there's your loot.
Yeah, I've seen it happen. I still said, you know what? I deserve this. I always find it interesting how people walk into the armory, and because nobody does it the same. Just pay attention. Watch anytime anyone walks into Volcano Armory, they never take the same route as anyone. It's ridiculous.
I don't know that I take the same route as I do on a consistent basis.
If I miss a step, I reset out so I can do it over again. Perfectionist, that's how it's done.
I definitely get thrown off by encounters in that room. Getting some flam armor. It's kind of nice. Luffy extra checking these boxes, making sure they're completely dust-free. And
someone needs
our
to have a word with linked chests.
Good to see shadows not ambushing every 5 seconds in this one. Marsh split leading us to Cardia Treasure Room. Not too bad. Not too deep. With an opal, that's a nice reward.
Only an opal +5? Settle down.
I'm starting to think that the minuses don't exist in this seed.
Yeah. I can't prove they exist at all.
I mean, there's a whole class that I took in college on that.
Minuses.
It was not fun.
Never saw them. No, there isn't. Equipment flourishing is all +2 to +5. With the exception of the Mass Moon, that is vanilla. So yeah, thinking that, opal +5, actually pretty good.
Too kind. I still don't understand why we're so kind to these runners. These are the final. We should have just flipped everything. -5 to -2. Forced 3 black belts on them. It would have been fine.
Listen, I'm in. You want to partner up? You want to make a challenge of a team? I'm absolutely in. Let's do it.
Looking forward to trying to come up with some sort of extra credit here.
Oh, Janigan deciding that we're taking on Tiamat. Let's see if these nukes are gonna... Oh, Tiamat casting Dark. All right.
Terrifying.
But Whoop is stunned, gets out of it. We're still fading and nuking, but we are running low on spells. 2 hits, 131. That's not a lot. This Tiamat is thick. And good night, sweet prince.
I was going to say, that was kind of a wimpy blaze. We're fine here. We're fine. That toot, unfortunately, couldn't take the heat.
Oh my. Things. This. I don't know. 130. White Mage. MVP. Can't prove otherwise.
There was another one there. He didn't take it. I guess not the biggest MVP.
Oh, we found our thief.
We have 11 shards on Spell Zap's side right now. This is just pretty much a hunt for the loot, it seems.
Ah, that's the worst hunt.
It is. It unfortunately feels more like a chance that you stumble into it.
This is why I always say don't skip chess. Oh, I almost got through that.
I almost did too. I was like, can't.
What is every time I look over at someone's screen, the fighter is on a knee. They're either poisoned or asleep or stunned. They're just a magnet for it.
That's kind of their job, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's why I take a fighter.
Feel like, fighter, quit being lazy. We got shards to find. We have a co-op tournament to win.
I sure can hear you. But I still talk to the screen all the time anyway, right?
I do more than I'd like. I finished playing a game. All of a sudden, the wife's like, "Who are you talking to in there?"
Oh, no just Fizz the Fighter. Whoop and Soup. They got my back, bro.
Look at that. Fighter, front line, stoned, one knee. It's just everywhere. And Luffy turning in for the floater.
About 15 minutes behind.
And we're out.
Yeah. He wasn't taking any time on that.
It was. But Chanigan in literally the best place ever. That would be the Temple of Ordeals. Always gonna have stuff in it.
Power bomb, and that's not the incentive.
Oh my. Yep. That's it. That's all we need. After I had that piece of information, we're done. No more chess.
And the slab.
Except for those loose that we still...
Yeah, right? That one actually wasn't loose, right? We have Ordeals is one of the 2 incentivized locations here.
Correct.
Luffy sparing the dwarf. Luffy, I've seen in recent races, talk to that hooray dwarf more than once. Within a single race. This, I know, is way too important for him to waste time with that bird.
You know what? It's called being polite.
Not
There's
murdering
always
dwarves, yeah.
For being polite.
Oh, life lessons with Dead Pulse.
Oh, I got a million of them.
Stay tuned for the Man After Midnight. After Midnight.
Level 8 lock. Never heard of her.
I mean, you're going to get level 8 spell charges here. That's not going to be too big of an issue. I'm more intrigued to hear... Oh, there's the loot. That wasn't what I was intrigued to hear, but there it is. They've got all the info they need. They're just going to go on a shard hunt now, and this is looking like it could be under an hour. Because we have access to all 4 fiends, right? We've seen all 4 of them.
Have we seen Carrie? I don't think we did.
We did see Carrie's floor on Luffy's side. Oh, we are missing a key.
I was too busy giving out life lessons.
That is a thing. And now I lost my train of thought. I got so hyped about that loot.
It was very nice to see. I just... As soon as you have the loot in hand, everything just feels so much better because you're not, I need to check 240 chests before I find it.
Yeah, but as pointed out in chat, we still need the key, which could just take the place of the loot, really, right? It's not...
I suppose. On Spellzap's side, his fighter on one knee.
Oh, there it is. What a surprise.
I'm going to start a tally.
That Black Wizard is joining his bud over there.
Listen, Danny, you are not a fighter. You get on your feet.
Okay, so Chanigan just picking up the crystal. That means that Matoya opens. Probably going to turn that in right away. If you remember, is that Northwest Castle is a really quick turn in for Matoya. Going to get that loot. Good news, but unfortunately gets the key. Bad news that we don't have it yet. Oh, was it Marsh Cave? I missed that. I thought it was at Northwest. It was somewhere around there.
You know what? You got the inner C, and that's what matters.
It was a very confusing start. Everybody was just out the gate. We were getting caught up, having our chuckles.
Settle down. What is this, the finals? Stop and smell the roses.
When was the last time you had a chuckle, like the candy? Have you ever?
I don't. I think you're just making that up.
You've
I know
never
what a Zotz. I know what a Zotz is.
What is a Zotz?
It's delicious.
The tower from FF4?
It's a piece of candy, from the 50s.
Yeah. Let me just file those with my good and plenties, and we'll be out of here.
Listen,
Thanks, Dothman, keeping us honest. Danny at 13 shards. What's up?
Listen, my Nana always kept Zotz on hand. She was a good Christian lady.
Sounds like something she needed to get checked out. Zotz on her hand. I don't know.
Oh, Danny decided we're killing gators. And Chanigan at almost 3 rows of shards. That's 17 by my high school math.
He's at 11 now. Right, he's got the one full 6, and so that's Luffy with the 17. Sure.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Right, Chanigan and Luffy, they're the same person at this point.
You see, here's how I know. Because when they come in for the interview, I'm going to address their team of FFR not tactics, and I'm going to say, first question to you, Puddin', and we'll see which one answers. I think they're both going to answer.
Whichever one sounds like he's dripping in maple syrup, that's Chanigan.
Danny taking on Tiamat. That fighter's starting to take a dirt nap.
He's not even on the knee. He's just completely prone.
Listen, sometimes you kneel down, your knee locks up. You just got to take a rest.
All right, let's see if these nukes can get through it quickly enough. Or even at all. Do we have enough charges here? We got 2 on the Red Wizard. We're going to quad X at this point.
Ooh.
That is interesting.
We're fine. We got to quad X one more time. You got to quad X.
Very hopeful here.
You got to nuke.
Just warp it out to something.
No, you quad X and you... Oh, no!
And it shared a charge with the nuke.
Oh, no. We're down to Lit 2. Lit 2 is our savior.
I'm not even going Lit 2, so you're quaking that and getting a 3 and 256.
Always sees the punch coming, pulls wheels in front.
Oof.
Oh,
was that Death Touch?
That was Death Touch.
That is
insult,
so
injury.
Rude. That Red Wizard was going to die anyway.
You know what? Dead Pulse's life lesson number 2. Don't play with your food, Tiamat.
Only Tiamat. Everyone else. Playing with your food is fine, folks. You heard it here. All right,
so what's going on? What are we at? 41 minutes, and who's winning? Where am I?
That's a great question, actually, because I don't know that it's clear at this point. I think Crescent Lake Party Planners is slightly ahead, honestly, because they have more of the fiends, and so they're just going to be going into high-density dungeon checks, where they have the important ones. Although I guess Danny is a little lacking on her party, maybe just wants this thing behind Tia.
Well, there's not a lot left for us to find. In reality.
We haven't seen, Sharknado, right? We haven't seen the Sea Split. What else do we got?
Oh,
Some of the we saw Cardia treasure rooms. Have we seen Sky 3 yet? That usually provides.
Tia just death touched back to back. And we're done. Nope. We're out of here.
So not strictly necessary, right? Those 4 shards, but definitely a quicker source in general.
Yeah, we'll probably go back there. I could see, like, hey, I want the thief. That's probably her preferred last party member. Wanted it, got a little greedy with it. But hey, we got a raid of 100. Welcome to the Final Fantasy Randomizer Co-op 2022 Finals, Game 1, FFR Not Tactics versus Crescent Lake Party Planners. We're already 43 minutes in, and we don't know who's winning. But that's just part of the charm.
There is our last loose, the TNT in Earth 1. So if that TNT turns into something magical like the key, then I would say that FFR Not Tactics might be taking a small lead here for as long as they can avoid Crescent Lake finding Earth 1. And she finds it, but skips it. That's what I figured might happen, because not very dense checks here. And you're going, man, mostly it's going to be shards, right?
Yeah, checking that is always something you can do after the fact. You just got to remember.
Right. And especially, so we're going to have Sky 1 here. I can imagine Sky 3 is going right behind it.
Well, Sky 3, Spell Zap is on it, finds a ribbon.
Oh, have missed that. Sorry, thank you.
We got, double fighter. What a great fight.
On the one hand, I'm going, you don't really need to take these fights, but at this point, like, might as well get a couple extra stats here. Let's get everyone over 400 health. Make sure that we can get through Topher.
All right, so it looks like Spell Zap has 17 shards now. Luffy's still at 17.
That's going to change
Danny
rapidly. I know they
8.
know where those 6 shards are from the Fiends. I'm sorry, you said Danny had 18?
As a number.
Oh, has a number. Sure. A number greater than 1. 13.
Number.
I narrowed down the range for you. That's the best I could do.
Soft Numb telling me 13. I agree.
We're going 15 on Chanigan. This is really going to come down to Topher wipes, I think. This is very, very close.
Would you have it any other way?
Yeah, I want to see blowouts here. I don't care who wins. I want to see somebody, like, clearing chaos while everyone else is like, where's the floater?
Spell Zap, one-on-one against Warmac. We're taking it. We're walling up. We're tempering up, which we found apparently at level 6. We got fast. Wall, great turn order. Ice 2 coming out, nothing.
I'm no mathematician, but you said one-on-one, and I believe it's a 4-on-1.
Oh no, it's an amalgamation. They hook up to each other in some
like
sort
Voltron.
of Voltron. Yes, exactly.
Nice. I don't even do those robot sci-fi things. I mean, I do. I like them, but it's been a while. See ya, Warmac.
That poor Red Mage. Red Mage never stood a chance. You can't hurt me. You don't have Death Touch. Tia does. Smack.
So remembering he doesn't have the key, so not really checking that. And no crown for Astos either. I'm curious now, TNT into crown into key.
Oh no, I didn't see if Danny went back and checked Earth 1.
Don't believe she did.
No, she has the TNT. So somebody did. But now we're going to the second best place in the world, and that is actual ordeals.
That would be why Danny skipped it. Spell Zap had been there. Thank you, Chad. We probably should have split this up and looked at one side at a time.
Oh no, you got to look at all 4 at the same time.
I am bouncing around.
Listen, this is what chat is here for. They're watching this amazing game going on. They're going to correct us when we or you inevitably say something wrong. I am,
You're infallible, so
I've been 1 for 1 on everything so far. Don't you worry. Marsh split.
My eyes were bouncing around like Juzz Ball. Did you ever play Juzz Ball on old Windows machines?
I only play good games.
It was a bad game, but I think it came on the system. Loved it.
Is that like that thing that when the screen is inactive for a while and the little ball bounces around?
No, we call that a screensaver.
Ah.
Do kids these days even know what a screensaver is? Their fancy LCDs and LEDs.
We weren't allowed to have screensavers back in my day because it would lock up the computer network.
Because of course it did.
The next thing you know, there's a bunch of weird dancing badgers and I don't know.
Oh, good times. The 90s and 2000s were a wild place.
Danny, full 18 espers.
We need 32 to finish. There's Carrie again. Curious what... Oh, Luffy is probably just marking off stuff.
Okay, so the herb turned into the crown, so I have to assume that the crown is going to end up turning into the key. I don't see anything else it could be.
Vorpal? We have not yet seen that.
I thought we did.
Have we? I thought we were just chatting about how we're going to throw it out.
Yeah. Let me look in the trash real quick. Oh yeah, I have a full trash bag with no cuts in it.
Hilarious. Hefty, not a sponsor.
And White Mage behind Carrie. I really hope Danny says, yeah, I should take this. Or are we going to get the ultimate snub? What do you think, chat?
Say yes to the dress.
Oh my goodness. She's going to snub. Oh,
and there's a fighter.
Keep making my tally here.
Astos with the key.
Oh, the snub.
What are you doing? Not even leaving that way, just turning her back on it.
The snub is real. Why, Danny? Why did you do that White Mage dirty? Shanigan also taking on Carrie. Probably going to snub that White Mage because we have a full party.
No. Soup is Shanigan's jam right now. There's a sentence I didn't think I'd be saying this morning.
Danny, 36 across the board on her party. If that is not enough levels, I don't know what is.
Probably 50. 50 is enough.
That's,
I don't think that they're going to get up that high. But I haven't seen 36. That seems a little higher than normal. So I imagine that she is going to pretty much steamroll this. Although that TO1 needs to
She
go
still
down
doesn't have a fourth party membership, Bobby.
Yeah, I don't... She has been saving time on these menus.
Take the White Mage.
No, but then you have to go shopping. That easily eats up a minute.
Easily eats up 3 hours on a perfectly good Saturday. When I could instead be on RPG Limit Break watching the co-op championship.
If we're holding these people hostage for 3 hours, I am sorry. We get 24. Oh, yeah. Danny at 22. Was it 22?
Oh my! Things are moving fast.
So FFR NT still not turning in the crown yet. Although I think that happens here, right?
Well, we have decided that Brackstrats is the way to go. We are over 3.
So Luffy getting the news that they are in go mode as well. For having the floater as early as they did, it doesn't seem like Crescent Lake Party Planners has the same lead that should have conferred.
Yeah, we were at about a 9-minute difference for finding that floater. But what happened is Chanigan noped out of Tiamat and Kraken. Meanwhile, Danny took 2 or 3 stabs at it, which probably dropped a minute or two. Also, Danny getting a little bad, not taking some of those characters. So she kind of saved time and lost time at the same
time. Say it. Go on.
I stopped myself. You know what? Using the same word 3 times in the same sentence.
There's a fourth.
Is rude.
It'd be like Fred Durst rhyming with himself.
You take that back.
I'm sorry. Are we all about Limp Bizkit here?
Oh no, you compared me with Fred Durst, and I went.
Oh, okay, fair.
Like I'm more of a Margaret Thatcher kind of guy.
If he knew who Margaret Thatcher was, he'd be so disappointed in that comparison.
I just like the name; it's very pretty.
Socrates, we love the game too, and we love you for being here.
Listen, things are going to start heating up in these co-op matches. If you haven't watched any, if this is your first introduction into the world of Final Fantasy Randomizer co-op, like, things are heating up. It's just, the tension is building, the excitement's going to happen. We're going to all get into Topher about the same time, and it's just going to be pins and needles going through. The next 30 minutes is going to be very exciting.
It definitely, I don't even think it's going to take 30. We'll be done within the next 20. I gotta feel like they've got their stuff ready. They're just getting charged. We're about 10 minutes from Topher. And I think that all of our runners are probably thinking, oh no, they're probably already in Topher. Or at least they're gearing up to be really close. So they're well aware that this game is on the cusp of ending.
Belzap's poor red mage just getting tentacle slapped.
That white wizard could probably show up with no gear on whatsoever, and Kraken wouldn't take her down.
I just hear Lord Fizzlebeef in the background. 900 HP and still useless. Why is there so much hate towards white?
Honestly, I think this white mage is the MVP for this entire seed. The Fades, Life 2s.
Entire year, Shumbabi.
This is the year of the Mage and the Thief. The White Mage and the Thief. This is a great time for all of those overlooked classes. And as we have to do on pretty much every broadcast, thank the dev team for coming up with all of these fixes and tweaks to the balance changes and stuff like that. It has made the game constantly feel brand new and yet very familiar.
I would like to point out on Chanigan's screen that Trance was cast twice on the party. Only the fighter went down.
Well, because he's lazy, obviously. Do we have like a minus MDef lurking on the fighter? Have I missed that?
We have a minus concentration on the fighter, I believe, or a minus. Come on. There's got to be something good here. What makes someone lazy?
10 o'clock at night? I don't know. This fighter's like, it is my bedtime.
Minus coffee. That's the blurs. 56 minutes in. Chanigan around level 28 and 40 and 43 on one of the parties. Goodness. White Mage, more health than the rest of my party combined. No big deal.
So, the White Mage does get a bonus to XP. I didn't think it was going to be this drastic. But I suppose when you're taking the rest of the party up into the mid-30s, that's going to just bleed over into the 40s. And whatever these blessings are, that White Mage is... I don't know why you wouldn't take one.
Yeah, the White Mage did have blessing XP, but also a blessing to my heart. And also, what is it with red mages? So the fighters are all lazy. The red mages are just, getting one shot.
Well, without a white mage in her camp, I mean, something has to go down. Might as well be the closest thing to it.
Well, we just did 619 damage with that Mass Moon. So I think we're pretty good. Uh-oh.
Evasive. Oh, that's slow.
We're fine. Everything's fine.
Come on, Fizz, you could do it.
Oh my god. Thick Tiamat smash.
I do wish Improved Dark was on. That would really elevate this. And there's that nuke. Clutch.
And we have now finally gotten our fourth party member.
Congrats to Zap.
And now it's more important than ever. Figure out what all these shards are. Luffy does not seem to have that many left. 4 shards remaining.
Danny's at 6 remaining. Luffy, I think, might have a Fiend. Spell Zap looks full.
Spell Zap going to
The wrong Topher.
the wrong Topher.
It was at Cordinaria tonight.
Do not blame. Yep, might as well check these chests. We've already found the 3 ribbons. I don't know what could be up here, though.
I think he's looking for shards for Danny. To say, hey, just come here, we're already in the area.
Oh, that would be too nice. What is it? Why is it that, people on a team do team thing? I don't get it.
I have no answer for that one. It's just, this game brings out the altruist in you.
I'll tell you what, Chanigan going to get the ruse stick. I think that was over here? No.
Ribbon. +2, I think, on those H's. But probably just buying... There we go. Lock and Temper. Those are biggies.
Ah, who needs them? Everyone says we do.
Every time on our trackers, Luffy and I last year had, did you buy Lock, did you buy Temper? Because we forgot it in one game, and it was the most dreadful nightmare situation.
All right, everybody out there in RPG Limit Break universe, 59 minutes, 30 seconds, spells that first one into Temple of Fiends. We're going to get the first look at some of these X2 bosses.
So Luffy, taking down Tia, is now at 32 shards as well. It's going to come down to menuing and go-moding, and let's hope that Topher doesn't have anything super nasty if they want to pull this one off. Because Spell Zap, I have very little doubt, is going to make it through here. So they're going to need to come together and kind of race through Topher before Danny has a chance to get in.
Well, Luffy also decided the Red Mage, not having it. We're switching over to a Thief.
Yeah, Thief is definitely the call here. I think they were probably debating in pregame chat, are we taking a fighter and a thief, or are we taking a fighter and a mage here? And I kind of shocked that Luffy was able to convince Chanigan of taking the white mage. I'd love to hear the thought process on that one. Because he has been telling me time and again how useless they are in this flag set. I have been fighting him on it. But I'm glad to see that they agreed on it and then ultimately wound up finding that thief.
Well, when you get Fade level 1, it's really hard to argue.
Yeah, but they didn't have to reset, so that was nice. Alright, so Chanigan on the heels of Spell Zap at 101 and 5 seconds. Luffy probably stocking up and doing the same. And then now, Danny's going to be...
What is she going for?
I don't remember what was on this side. I guess they might just have a couple of loose shards that they knew existed. Luffy picking up that ruse stick, though. Just drop something. Any of those silvers is fine. There we go.
Lich being a little thick, but not hitting too hard.
There's a lot of shopping going on Luffy's side. I understand you want to get that thief up now at this point. It feels real bad to have to do that kind of shopping right before, because that difference right now, we're at 2 minutes behind where we could have been.
Danny still has 2 shards that she needs. That's what she's looking for.
It still is just a 1 Topher wipe game, right? Like, either party does this, the other team has a chance to just take it.
Mm-hmm. But FFR, not Tactics, both in Temple of Fiends.
Trying to get a brack on carry. Ooh, out comes the Bane. Not something you want to see, but everyone's surviving that.
Yeah, we have ribbons for days, apparently.
Carry goes down.
So where's the other shoe gonna drop, Shumbabi? What are we gonna see that's gonna make us go, oh no?
If they all have ribbons, I don't know if there is one. I suppose it could be maybe not having moved the Saber Gauntlet to the right user, and then having the Black Mage just getting punched out. But otherwise, I think Crescent Lake took 2 Black Casters, so they're going to be fine regardless, and 2 Life Casters.
Oh no,
Chanigan.
Oh no! Bane takes out the swinging members of the party. We're down to nuke strats.
See, at this point, I think maybe you just reset, right? Like, yes, you could revive the party, but do you want to use all those resources and this time?
We're fine. Nuke it down. Let's go. Spell Zap on Kraken. That White Mage just took a hit for 957 and didn't die.
Told you it was going to happen. She is tanking for him.
That Cure 4 is putting in real work.
That Fog 2 putting in real work. Okay, Root doing the job. Rootin' tootin'. Why are you even taking that step onto the stairway? My goodness. Just res the party. My heart, I can't take it.
This is terrifying on Spell Zap screen. That White Mage, the thickest White Mage you've ever seen, is down. We do have Life 2 on the Red Mage. Red Mage, one-on-one versus Kraken. Ruse is coming out. Is Spell Zap gonna... Oh, still got through after 2 ruses, 2 hits, 160.
Warp? That was a...
2. That was a misstep.
Miscue. Yeah.
We're rusing again. Missed. Okay.
Tier 3 helmet, not in time for that nuclear. That warp feels real bad right now.
But you know, we got some information. That's great. Danny, full on shards. We're going in. Both Chanigan and Luffy on the water for Chanigan taking on Kraken 2. A fasted thief just getting punched in the face. Yeah, Ruse strats, wall going out. That Kraken is hitting real hard.
Alright, so that Kraken missing finally. That looks good. The nuclear is going to come out. It shouldn't do too much to anybody. We're actually kind of hoping for the nuclear, I think. That's a much easier thing to cure up from. Crit still gets through.
Terrifying.
2 hits. I don't know what the stat scaling on this particular Kraken is, but this is close to maxed out.
We are running low on spell charges. We only have 4 of the Temper and Lock 2s remaining. The 4 hits 987. Doesn't do it. Tornado comes out.
This is a huge squid. Terminated on the top. Can we get it on the bottom also? Saber Gauntlet's coming out. I wasn't just waiting. Maybe another Saber Gauntlet, but...
That White Mage down to 37 health. Nuclear rolls out. White Mage not going to survive this.
White Mage doing her best fighter impression. Kneeling down just before she has to pass out.
We are sabering. We are tempering. Take a swing. 2 hits, 406. That thief missing, but still putting in work.
Does that knight have life 2?
With all the shopping, if he didn't grab life 2, I don't know what we're doing here.
Yikes, this Kraken. And this could completely swing it back into Crescent Lake's field if he can't get that party back up.
We're going to see Pachanigan taking on Tiamat.
He doesn't.
Or maybe saving it. Maybe saving it.
Wrong time to do that.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Chanigan taking on Tiamat. 4 hits, 408. Tiamat swings right back. 200-some damage on that fighter. And we are fading. 2 hits, 75 damage. That's not going to be enough. 224. And 608 from the Thief with the Katana plus 5. Still not enough. Zap rolls out. Everyone lives. Down on Luffy's screen, the vampires are giving him the business. Luffy is 56 health away from a wipe here. 2 hits, 117. And Crescent Lake Party Planners rockets into the lead. Chanigan beats Tiamat and is the first member on to Chaos. 1 hour, 8 minutes, 27, 28, 29. I can't keep counting this. We went to the menu.
I can't even speak. This is so wild. And I wonder if they hard reset going in, knowing that again you have this seafood party platter, you have the vampires. Like, do you want to take those packs again?
Just the fighter is stopped, but we got cured. Fast does roll out. We are rusing. We are sabering. We're going to get wall out and more fast. A second stop rolls out. Chaos so far playing nicely.
Yeah, Kraken is the problem here.
Isn't Kraken always the problem? That red taking it to the face on Danny's side. Oh no. Fizzle, more than half his health gone, and Chanigan going up against a Chaos that just not doing anything. Bane comes out, that's dangerous, but not as dangerous as that 3 hits for 25 damage. Come on, Chanigan. I set it up. It was a layup. 7 hits, 992, Shumbabi. That's what we want to see.
I am glued to this Kraken on Danny's screen right now.
Oh,
you're calling out Chaos, and I'm going, oh dear. Everybody's doing a fighter impression. And they've been rused up.
Watch both. Oh my goodness. Heal 3 coming out for Chanigan. We're playing it a little safe. Let's see if Chaos quad X. Nobody cares. 540 damage. Still not enough.
Kraken punching on a fully rused. Yikes.
Chaos has nuke. High rolled a lot of people. 3 hits, 3 damage. Let's see if this Thief. 7 hits, 803. Let's get your single G's out in chat. Chanigan, 1 hour, 10 minutes, and 34 seconds. The first to finish. That has to
down
feel
on
good.
Spellsap's side. It would feel better if his partner was with him, because they were right there, right on the cusp of it. And I don't know why that fighter doesn't have life 2, or if it does, why we didn't use it sooner. But if he has it, not going to make that mistake again.
Danny does have life 2, getting through literally the gatekeeper that we're going with here. Luffy not far behind, 2 bosses behind. But a lot can happen as Spellzap just powers through Tiamat. We're going to Chaos with our White Mage tank.
He's going to give the news to Danny that Chaos is not really happy, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem, right?
With the exception of that nuke.
With the levels that they have, Danny might have a little bit of a harder time on this.
And Luffy getting through carry. We're going back for round 2 against Kraken 2. Oh my goodness, Zap comes out, takes out the thief. This is bad for Danny. This is where it's going to be won or lost. Tiamat fasting up. That's not what you want to see.
It's a free turd.
That's it. I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh my.
It's not like she hits hard.
Oh my.
Those are some high roll nukes and lit too. It doesn't matter that she fasted, right? She's just gonna be a caster. See, there you go. She's straight through.
So back to Luffy. We're fighter down again on one knee. We're rusing up that thief. Cure 4 lands. Saber coming out. Temper coming out on the thief. And Kraken just critting like mad. Spell Zap.
Like...
Trying to brack. He's trying to brack.
He's doing it for the memes. I feel like you put the thief in slot 1 at this point. Or do as Spell Zap did and just start roosening up a white mage. But I guess in Luffy's case, without life as a guarantee, we don't want to do that. Big hit.
Just, this Kraken 2 is this is where everything was leading to. Luffy's getting some bad luck on this. Nuclear rolls up, but we're still fine. I think we're finally going to get through. Spell Zap, 1 hour, 13 minutes, 43 seconds. Tying it up 1-1. It is now down to Danny. She is on Chaos right now, Shumbabi. If she can beat Chaos, Crescent Lake Party Planners take a 1-0 lead.
With those hits, I don't see her not doing this. A nuke isn't going to stop that. $1,300 damage. Yeah, it's gonna be 1 or 2 more swings on Chaos. And we don't have back-to-back nukes. I don't think that there's anything that could go wrong here.
That's famous last words.
No, I'm not gonna
tell you. For the red
There's
mage.
nothing that can go wrong there. There you go. Terminated Chaos. Get your GGs in chat for Crescent Lake Party Planners.
Oh my goodness. 5 hits, 895 damage. Down goes Chaos. 1 hour, 14 minutes, 26 seconds. Let's get GGs out there. Oh my. I don't know. Shumbabi, I don't know if my heart can take any more of this.
Mine certainly can't. I don't know that my stomach can. I'm going to be taking some Tums tonight before bed.
That's before the second match. I'm going to have to, take Tums before the match.
I don't even know that I can watch it. I'll put it on in the background and be like, I'll pretend I'm playing or something. I don't know. Too much. Too much for me. All right, Luffy, close it out. There's Tia. No vampires this time. Or was that before Tia? That was before.
That was before Tia. Luffy going on to Chaos. We are joined in the room by 2 of the winners tonight. That would be Danny and Spellzap. Hello, family.
Hello.
They did both.
Congratulations, guy. And gal.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Danny, why did you do the white mage dirty? Why didn't you just say, you know what, I'll take this?
Because I was taught better than that. Thanks, Fizzle.
Oh, you see, that's a layup right there.
I went in and I saw the black mage because I knew there was a Katana 5 floating somewhere and I was kind of hoping to find a thief. And I saw the black mage behind Kraken 2. And as soon as I knew Temper was black mage only, and I'm horrible at telling between the fighter and the thief, little sprites. So while I was getting my rear bounced multiple times out of Tia 1, I knew that was possibly a thief, but I wasn't sure. So I told Spells up, before I go back to Tia, you need Tia, so you do it first and tell me what's there, because if it's a thief, I'm taking it. If it's not, I'm going back for that black mage before I go by Temper. There was in no realm of anything was I ever taking that white mage. Just wasn't happening.
Just breaks our hearts.
Spellzap, help me out here.
Look, okay, so in years past, I'd always tell Danny, you should bring a white mage so you have exit, guaranteed. You got life guaranteed. You got all the evasion spells guaranteed. And, just years after years of telling her this, she's worn me down, and I just don't even bother anymore.
I don't
She
think
ain't going to take that white mage.
Yeah, I don't think he's mentioned taking a white mage after, like, the second tournament. I used to get at least once or twice that right. I'd say something, should have taken a white mage. It's been a while since I heard that. He knows better.
That
He knows
white
what's
mage
good,
tonight
right?
was kind of an all-star, though. I mean, tanking that Kraken 2 hit for 950 damage, insanity.
Watching that white mage get hit for 950 and not dying was the second greatest.
Yeah, but then she died like a turn after.
That was the first greatest.
She's like, I got this. No, don't.
Oh my, we are finishing up chaos on Luffy's side. Let's get the GGs out in chat for FFR Not Tactics. A race very well run, and we are joined in the booth by these two fine gentlemen. Hello, Puddin'.
Good.
Hello.
Hi.
GG's.
I was really hoping that was going to reconnect at the end. I'm not a bitter loser who just ended their stream, I promise.
Don't let him lie
We are all
no, I am not.
We are all aware of Luffy's internet issues here in the land of FFR. It's fine.
Yeah. My hamster got tired after an hour and 15 minutes of heart palpitations.
He's taking a breather over in the corner somewhere. It's all right.
Yeah.
Just give him cheese and snacks before tomorrow, and it'll be fine.
I will. GG's, guys.
Although that Kraken too, that your hamster's not the only one having heart palpitations.
Oh my god! I guess I learned tonight that Life 2 is more important than Fast because I chose to go for Fast on the Ninja instead of going back for Life 2 on the Knight. So, so it goes.
That was a very bad wipe that happened to you, Luffy, and we felt it in the booth here.
Yeah.
That I don't want to put a lot of pressure on you, but I think that was the deal breaker. And
I know.
It's okay. Either way.
Call a spade, man. I know it was me. That's on me.
But hey, let's go to Crescent Lake Party Planners. So you guys, well, this goes for both teams, but specifically as I was watching the left side of my screen, you had a very methodical approach, checking all the chests, going through. What was the moment that you said, okay, you need to come over here and grab this right now?
I don't think we really had a defining moment where like that. I was like, hey, there's some good stuff in Northwest Castle, grab it on the way. There's some stuff in, that ice cave area. And there's a couple other ones where I was just like, hey, whenever you're in the area, just go ahead and pick these up. And then she kind of is able to plan out her route afterwards while I'm running around doing my turn in. So it wasn't necessarily, I don't think, a point where I said, hey, you have to come here now. But I was like, you can grab a Masa on the way over, or you can grab a couple shards in that.
Yeah,
Northwest.
I think that one early one there was the only time that I really kind of went sooner than later to a location that I kind of needed to, and it was for those couple early shards and for the Mazda. But I also went ahead and did that because it's a really good weapon and a few levels before heading out of the inner sea. It was just going to make anything I do out of the inner sea just easier. And I was already feeling kind of behind because my controller's been having issues with BizHawk, and I have to reconfigure it. I've had to reconfigure it every time I've played a seed the last week, and I don't know why. And it messed up at the beginning of the race, and my hard and soft resets had to be reconfigured, so I had to stop and do it. So I was panicking and freaking out that I was super behind because I kept having to mess with that, and I was like, all right, we're not taking any chances. I'm getting that Mazda before I head out. But other than that, it was just, hey, there's things here, making mental notes of just kind of where things are. That way, once we had all our loose and didn't have to check anything else, where we needed to go back to, or mostly I needed to go back to.
Nah, she wasn't fixing her controller. She was taking notes. If you saw her not moving.
Was doing team stuff.
Yeah.
Team stuff. But what else? Shumbaba, you got some questions here for either of our teams?
I really don't. I think that a lot of this race was pretty self-explanatory. As you said, they've made very similar and deliberate decisions a whole lot of the way. I don't think there was any moment that stood out as like, whoa, what just happened here? Let's talk about it. So the only thing I wanted to touch on was questioning about that life, but Luffy already mentioned it, and I'm not going to beat that one in.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, there's no point in doing that. We have another game tomorrow, right? And so that's what I think everyone's going to be looking forward to.
Yep, here on this tier very channel at 8:30.
I'm going to buy my ticket.
Deadpulse, unless you have any other questions for either team, I guess we can go to final thoughts.
The last thing that I wanted to hit on was Danny said that she felt behind, although it was only like the last 2 minutes before the teams entered Temple of Fiends that I would have said that Crescent Lake Party Planners were behind. They had the floater a full 9 minutes before FFR not tactics. But then it was just these tiny things where FFR not tactics just came back to take the lead by about 2 minutes. So I don't know if FFR not tactics, if you decided to put on the gas because you felt behind, or if you felt ahead and just kept riding the wave.
I feel like we were feeling ahead or like pretty close to Crescent Lake. We just kept going.
It always happens when we're racing. I can't remember one where it didn't. Where Spezlap will find one location that has 1 million shards, and I'm not the one who finds it, so I always having to go back to that one place, and that's kind of what happened with us. He was Topher ready, and I had to go dive for that last bit of my shards, and then pick up like magic. Which anytime you go into Topher like that far behind your partner, you're gonna feel behind then too. So like I was rushing and I'm just like, wait, where are they? Like try not to, and it was just like, so definitely felt behind going in.
In fairness, being behind Spellzap I don't think indicates that you are behind any other runner.
I mean, yeah, he's pretty fast.
And showed it tonight with Crescent Lake Party Planners taking game 1 of this best of 3 finals in the 2022 FFR co-op tournament. But I gotta say, all 4 racers, that was a bully job. I love watching top tier play, and you get that itch. You just want to see like a really great race. Thank God RPG Limit Break had one, and we got to be here to see it. So thank you all for running. We'll do some final thoughts. Let's start with our winners, Crescent Lake Party Planners.
Yeah, I mean, big shout out to you guys. Dad and Shumbabi, I like your guys' comms, so I'm going to watch this one back, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And big shout-outs to Luffy and Shanigan. They're great competitors, and I like them as FFR players. So, it's only game 1, so, you guys are ahead, and we hope to just sneak out another win and call it good here.
Yeah, definitely.
You're gonna let us.
Yeah, definitely GG to the guys. I coming into this best of 3, which is like, I just don't want to go 0-2. Like I had no delusions that we were like even for a second think that this was going to be easy or we were going to win. So like I would not be surprised at all if they kicked our butts the next 2 rounds. But some of my favorite people in the community, both great runners. So glad we got to race them. Glad game 1's over. Thanks to the tonight's crew, Shum and Deadpulse for doing comms. Stopping them from trafficking because tracking these bikes are not easy. Bizzle for doing the restream. Much appreciated. I know he jumped in last kind of minute to make sure this got on the air. So big thanks to him. And just everybody who's watching. And if you want to see how this shakes out game 2, tomorrow, 8:30. We'll be here.
Oh, I'm not going to sleep until then because I'm too excited for it. Let's send it over to Final Fantasy Randomizer Not Tactics, or FFR Not Tactics. Tough loss. It really was. But you got another 2 games to prove you can pull this off. do you have any final thoughts or thanks?
Jan, you want to take this one first?
Always first, eh?
Yeah, well, you first finishing tonight. I owe you that.
No, but a little bit like what Danny said. Thank you everyone for watching. GG's to Crystal Lake Party Planner. That was one heck of a race. I really loved it, and that it was so close. That's just really exciting for game 2, and I would say game 3 too. Because we're not going down 2-0. There's no way.
Shots fired.
Yeah, I'm going to echo what everybody said too. GG's to Crescent Lake. Played them last year in the finals. We went to 3 games. So we're going to do that again this year because I'm not done playing yet. This was a lot of fun though. That wipe was terrible. I learned my lesson. I won't make the same mistake twice. We'll see you guys on Friday after game 2 tomorrow.
Well, excellent. So, Shumbabi, let's say that I liked what I saw here, and I want to learn more about the game, the events in this tournament. What should I do?
One thing I might suggest is you could join the Discord. You could meet all these fine folks and more. You could follow us on twitch.tv/Final Fantasy Randomizer. And you can go to FinalFantasyRandomizer.com. Softnum dropped some links over there in chat. You can do any of those things or all of those things and be a member of our community, even more than you currently are.
And yeah, before I give it back to Shumbabi for an outro, I'll just thank you, Shumbabi. This was we had some fun, we had some laughs, we learned some life lessons. It was a very nice night of just unbridled excitement, but. But thank you, Softnum. Thank you, your liege and mine, Mr. Lord Fizzlebeef. And take it away, Shumbabi.
All right. Thank you to both of our teams for putting on such a great race. Deadpool suggested he's not sleeping because he's too excited about tomorrow. I think it's really all the coffee that he's drinking. But
it can be both.
It could be both. I think a lot of people are really excited about what's going to go down. There was laughter tonight. There was tears. I expect all that same emotion tomorrow. Thank you to Softnum for tracking. Thank you to Fizzlebeef for restreaming. And thank you to RPG Limit Break for hosting us. And thank you to all the viewers for making this a broadcast that we want to put on for you. And did I miss Deadpulse? Thank you, Deadpulse, for joining me in the comms booth here. It was a lot of fun catching up and just sort of shooting the breeze with you. So, I think that's all my thanks, and have a wonderful evening, everyone.